guys, welcome back because this is your favorite place where you get to hear great music and the independent artists around which they have fabulous journey to share with. Hey, I'm your RJ and you're at the hashtag the blue mic. And today I have someone very special because she's not just a person who writes a song. She's not just a person who composes a song, but she's also a person who knows how to run a business. Now, when I talk about that, you must be really surprised. Who am I really talking about? A songwriter, an entrepreneur, a music composer, but she's all in one, a multitasker. She's none other than Ananya out with us. Hello, Ananya. How are you doing?
Hello, Nisha. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on here. I'm doing very well. Very happy to be a part of this. Blue Mic is very prestigious, so it's my pleasure. Thank you.
But what do you really love to be called as? You know, Ananya, the song composer, the Ananya, the songwriter, Ananya, the singer, Ananya, the entrepreneur. Like, what title is something which really suits you the best as per what your liking is?
Yeah, I've got to. So the first thing is I don't compose my music myself. I usually write it like lyrically, and I co-write my stuff usually. And I have a producer in my studio with me, and I have someone for top lining. That's not something that I do. Having said that, I think these labels confuse me as well. So what I just do what I love. So I just say artist and business person.
All right, that's quite interesting. So, but Ananya, when you talk about music, when was the first time that you actually found out that your heart beats for music? You know, you have an inclination towards music because the family name which comes with you is something it's going to be taken up for generations for the knowing, like, they are the business-minded people. They know how to make money out of everything. And then when you finally meet Ananya, a girl who says that music is something I really want to do. So where were the seeds of music growing?
Actually, my dad sings really beautifully. And we're a very music inclined family. There's always been music around me while growing up. Mom used to learn the santoor, and I used to be around. I was like 8 or 9, and I think I picked up the sticks. And so the santoor was my official introduction to music. And then Master Ji, taught me for the next 10 years. And I still play the santoor. So I guess I would say it started with the santoor. The songwriting side of things and the lyrics, I think I personally love poetry. And when I was in Oxford, I was going through a little bit of a tough time with my mental health. And I think I realized how cathartic songwriting can actually be. So my poetry sort of took a little bit, took a turn and went into songwriting. I picked up a guitar. And then, the rest is it just kept happening what was meant to be. So yeah, I think it makes me feel alive. And I think I just love the fact that music is such a universal language that it can impact so many people. While growing up, I never felt alone because I always had music. And I hope that my music can do that for other people.
Absolutely. So congratulations onto the single right now, which we've been all hearing up on the radio, is Caught Up, and we've caught up with the music, with the vibrations of the song and even the lyrics of it. Tell us something about what made you make this song, like any special trivia about the story about the song.
Yeah, totally. So it's a very special song. And I think I say this about all my songs, which is weird. But this one's actually a little bit extra special because I had stopped releasing English music. I think this is my first English song after 2 years because I wanted to reconstruct my sound. That EDM didn't feel like Ananya anymore. It didn't feel like me. So during the pandemic, when I was in LA, I think I fell in love with my culture even more. Because when you're away from home, it's so weird, but when I was away, I started, missing ghar ka khana more. I started, wanting to play the santoor more. I was so proud to be Indian. And so I really wanted to incorporate our Indian sounds into my music, into my English music, because I really think the world needs to listen to our sounds. They're so beautiful. So then it took a while for me to figure out what this new sound would be, that it's not too cliche, it's not in the face. So Caught Up is a start to this new sound of mine. So everything that my English music that you hear from now on will be in this soundscape. So when you hear Caught Up, when you have other songs as well, the ones that are coming up, you'll be able to tell that, okay, this artist is somewhere from the Eastern world. And that's the sort of vibe it has. Caught Up basically is about a toxic relationship. And I think, it's me putting my hands up and saying, not just in a relationship, it could be in a friendship, it could be in my career, it could be in anything really. It's so easy to blame life or blame other people. And I'm here saying, I take complete ownership and responsibility for what I did wrong. And I want to do better, and I want to be a better artist every single day. And that's what Caught Up is really about. And so that it's, even though of course it's, I've written it in a form of a toxic relationship, because those can be really, um, it's tough to get out of one. And of course I've had my experience with them. It's very, very relatable. But it's not just about a toxic relationship. I think in general it's about saying, hey, I take responsibility and ownership for my life and for my part of things, and I want to be a better person and a better artist and a better business person every day.
Mm-hmm. So can we hear that song from you also right now?
Yeah, sure. I thought I'll start with an older song and then sort of end with Caught Up, but I can start with Caught Up if you want.
Sure.
Okay. So this is Caught Up. I'm caught up thinking about who you lit up with now. So caught up in my tears I almost drown. Since I don't got no time to be wasting, we should go our separate ways. We on different pages, no communication. Can we get back to our old conversations? The work ain't worth those wages, testing on my patience. Cause it's way too late, no we can't be saved. I know I'm bad, I know I'm bad, I know I'm bad for you. I know you're bad, I know you're bad for me too. As long as we're together, we can get better. Hard to face the truth that I'm bad and you bad for me too.
Quite interesting, Bilal. And moving on, in fact, we would really love to know this. Like, when you grow up, you always have a person whom you look up to, and the ways the songs are being written, the songs are being made. So who really inspired you as an artist, like, where you look up to for choosing up what to write, how to convey your music, and who to select, like, when you say that this kind of a specific music is something which you really relate to, and you would love to have such kind of a songs for your own self?
I think an artist that really looked up to while growing up was Eminem. And I know I don't rap, and I don't want to rap, I can't rap. But what really inspired me and what has really shaped me as an artist is the authenticity that he has. In Mockingbird, for example, like, it's his entire life. He's made himself so vulnerable. And I learned that from him. The power of vulnerability, and finding strength in vulnerability. And I think that's what the audience and that's what fans relate to, because at the end of the day, we're all just human. We have the same emotions, just in different contexts. So I think Eminem, while growing up, and still Eminem, and the dream collaboration would be Ananya Birla featuring Eminem, if ever. So yeah, Eminem.
Well, so you say that whenever you want to ask universe, you ask anything, and you never know that, it's been heard somewhere right now when you are saying so. So we may again have an interview with you asking, hi, Ananya, how was your collaboration with Eminem working out? So you never know what happens.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Quite true. So when you talk about your teenage, you started up something at the age of 17 as Swatantra Music, So it's like the time where people are yet to decide what kind of a course they're going to pursue, what stream they're going to go in. You already had something set up into your mind, what you really wanted to do. How did you decide so quickly as a teenager, what you really wanted to pursue, and how long are you going to go with it?
So Swatantra Microfinance now is more than microfinance, and we just touched, I think while growing up, I realized that it's a man's world that we live in, and we accept that, but we don't accept to live in it. So we have to do things to change it. And from a very young age, I think I realized that if a woman is self sufficient financially, then it gives her a better chance at life, and it can make her independent, hence Swatantra. And that's what Swatantra does. We give microloans to women to start their own businesses to become self-sufficient. And I started with 10,000 rupees, a loan of 10,000 rupees for a lady to start a parlor, a small parlor. And today we stand at a loan book of about $1 billion. So that's about 8,000 crores and up. So it's been a beautiful journey. And I think Swatantra has made me Swatantra as well, of course, with my music. So yeah, that was my first entrepreneurial venture at 17, and it'll always be special. That was my first tattoo as well. Swatantra was my first tattoo I got on my ankle. So yeah, special.
Quite interesting. So, in 2017, you actually even have released up a song which was meant to be, and that was one of those songs that was certified as a platinum as per the Indian music industry, like how they say. And you were the first Indian artist with an English single which went down to the platinum. How was your feeling then? Could you actually believe in yourself?
Yeah, when I couldn't believe it, honestly speaking. I remember that day very clearly. That's when I was signed to Universal Music Group. Now I'm independent. Many people were like, it's a great song. The better stuff that we've heard in English in India for sure, but there's no audience for this. Just don't even try. But I just felt like if I've written this from my heart with easy lyrics in English, and if I put in beats that are catchy, music is universal. It will pick up at some point. And I got a lot of hate at that time, especially after living the life. But I just didn't give up. I just believed in myself, and I believed in music more than anything else. Believe in the healing power that music has, because music has healed me multiple times, and music never let me down, and it hasn't till date. And it's just amazing.
So, but when you talk about the song "Living the Life" that released in 2016, soon after that you had a remix by Afrojack, and that too also became a sensation, right? So, tell us something about that. Like, how was that journey?
It was crazy, when Nick Afrojack heard. I don't know. He heard it. I was performing at a festival. I can't remember which one. And he was, I think, headlining at that festival. And he heard the song, and he really liked it. And we remixed it for me. And that was a big point in my career. Very early on in my career, my first song, Afrojack remixing it. That was a big deal. Wow, it's been a while. And that did really well, of course. That drop was really hard, amazing. And I can still feel that, when I was told that Afrojack wants to remix your track, it was amazing.
I'm sure you still have those memories flashing up into your eyes, like how I can see in Media. Quite true. So as you say that, do you take that pressure somehow to you that Ananya, as per you have the 10-second rule, which is happening these days, that you need to have a very catchy line or a hook line, basically, which attracts the people into the first 10 seconds. So do you take that pressure on you while creating up the music, that you need to come up with something like that so that people have that hook into their minds? Or are you one of those guys who believe that whatever I want to make into music, I will make it my way, and people will still accept it because they know me for who I am?
Yeah, that's really interesting. To be completely honest, I don't do that. Just for the simple reason that I believe in a song that is 2.5, quarters, I think 3. For me, of course, melody is very important, but it's more than just 10 seconds. And I don't want a song to just blow up on reels for a month and then be forgotten. I rather have a song that's a slow burner that people recognize and love for years and years. Like, for example, Meant to Be, Better, Circles. People till this date message me saying that that song is their favorite song on their playlist. They still listen to it. That's what I aim for. So even if there's not an instant recognition of the song, that's fine. As long as people are liking it, as long as people are listening to it, and the listenership is growing, that's my personal aim. Having said that, of course, it's really important to follow trends and do what people are liking. But in that case, then I would rather just make a reel or a 1-minute song which is really catchy, which people can listen to.
All right. So with that, would you love to sing even the last song for us?
It's called Circles, and I wrote it a couple of years ago for my best friends. It's a song that I wrote that came together the fastest. I think in 45 minutes, the writing was done. I was in the booth recording it, and it was really quick. So it's called Circles. I'll sing a little bit for you guys.
Sure.
Wanted you to know, without you, I'll be running in circles. Ooh. It's true, it's true. No matter the hurdles, I'll always be the one to take the fall. The fall, the fall. I'll always be the one to take the fall. The fall, the fall. 'Cause hurting is easy with you. I'll always be the one to take the fall. I'll be running in circles. Ooh, it's true, it's true.
Great to know that. And we're going to be having a circles of all those beautiful songs again and again by Ananya for you guys, only at the Blue Mic. So, Ananya, you've been a person who's been multitasking so many things, and it's not an easy job because music has its own finishing what it requires. It needs its own kind of hours which you need of practicing, and you are a person who also is into the business world, so you understand even how music needs to be given into a good business. Because every good song needs to be there on a platform. So what would be an advice to all the independent artists? What would you love to cater that? How can one bring up their song to a platform so that it is being heard to a larger audiences altogether?
Yeah. So I don't know if I multitask. I think I just have two careers. That's basically what I do. And unfortunately, I can't choose because I love both a lot. And so what that means is that I just don't go out much. I'm like, you can see I'm in office right now because I was in studio in the morning. And so I just have to be very self-disciplined to get the hours in to make sure that I can do what's necessary for both careers. Would I recommend it to someone? If you really love what you do, yes, because I love it. But it's not easy. I mean, it does take a toll. It takes a toll on my body. I have burnouts. It's not easy. Having two careers is not easy at all. But is it possible? Yes. Would I do better if I just had that one career? Possibly. But I'm very right and left brained. So I'd rather do both and love both and do both rather than, to have to choose one. On the business side of music, I think to answer your question, with social media, there's so much opportunity. So I know like TikTok is not in India as banned and that's absolutely okay. But we have reels, which get a lot of reach. So, artists we can pick up a guitar, have a camera, every phone has a camera, take a video. The sound quality is, pretty good as well. And just put it up and just be consistent. And you'll be surprised as to how many people your music or your art can actually reach. So for example, I'm talking about paintings now, but I'm redoing my room in my home, and all the art I have ordered online because I just found these artists from Instagram. Someone's in America, someone is in Norway, someone's in Iceland, and I would have never heard of these artists if it wasn't for Instagram. And they're like stunning works of art, right? And same for musicians as well. Like, I think as musicians, you just have to be consistent. Just keep putting up stuff, good quality stuff consistently, and you will get a following if you're doing it from your heart and if you're doing it consistently. That's the positive side of social media, and we must, take advantage of that.
So they say that full-time musicians, cut their teeth somewhere, either by playing lots of gigs or either studying under a master or being even a session musicians or so on. So what did Ananya Birla do in the early days to earn those stripes as a serious singer or a musician? How you say?
I think my journey has been very different. I think people didn't take me seriously till like last year or 2 years ago. And now, of course, everything has changed. But so I think my journey has been very different. I just had to just do what I do. I had to do my riyaz every day. I had to play my santoor every day. I had to play my instruments every day. I just had to keep writing. And eventually people, how much are they going to not see talent? Eventually they just had to come around. And I don't blame them at all. I really don't blame them. No one knows anyone's story. And so I would say my struggle has been different. Everyone's struggle is different. Some people are rags to riches. I never had that issue. I come from a lot of privilege and I'm so grateful. So we all have our own struggles. In the early days, I used to gig in around a lot of pubs and cafes in and around London, because I was studying in Oxford. So I would leave Oxford on Friday night. I would try to get a gig, an open mic night on Friday in London if I could, in Brixton or Camden. And then Saturday, Sunday I would be gigging. And then Monday I had an early morning management tutorial at, I think it was 7:45, that I would go back for. So that was my early days, I mean, I guess. But I feel like today is early days as well for me, so it really depends.
All right. So, despite having such a rich history, English music still remains a niche in India. So, what do you see as the future of indie music in English, both in the country and also at the global level?
Yeah, no, I think the world is opening up, and I think that is my goal, is to make India proud on that level. And we'll do everything, won't leave a single stone unturned. We'll try everything I can. If it happens, it doesn't happen, it's in the hands of God and the universe, but I'm trying everything possible. And hopefully with the soundscape of Caught Up, we've reached a space where the sound is global. It's R&B, it's pop, it's global, but it does have India in it as well. And so hopefully we can draw eyeballs to India. Would love to sing Hold On for you guys, and then maybe Meant to Be to end. Because I was said 4 songs, so I've done 2. So the next one's called Hold On, and yeah, so it goes like this. We gotta hold on, it's us forever, gotta hold on, we gotta hold on. Why do we feel like everybody pulls us down? What goes around, we know it will come back around. Gotta hold on, just us forever,
So, Ananya, you've beautifully sung beautiful songs for us, and this the part of the interview what we're doing is also going to go into the northeastern cities of India, the 3 cities. So, are you familiar with what kind of music really comes up from the northeast? And do you follow any artist out there, or you're hearing someone these days? So, do you have any clue about them?
I would love to know more from you. I would love to learn more about this from you. I was in Imphal and I performed. I opened for MLTR at Imphal, and it was one of the best shows that I've had. I truly love the audience. I truly want to say thank you. I think maybe it's the English connectivity. I didn't feel judged for a second. There was so much love. It was amazing. But would love to hear more from you on people I should be looking out for, or any sort of collaborations. Would love to collaborate with someone from the area. Totally open to that.
So they're going to be reaching out to you soon after they hear you sing this. I'm sure on that.
I'm seriously totally open. I would love to.
How sweet of you. So, Ananya, where can we see you in the next coming 5 years from now? Like, where are you going to be?
I think hopefully, we'll be having this chat every couple of years, or every year, or every couple of months. So we'll know, and you'll know, and the audience will know. But yeah, I would like to let my work speak for itself. Yeah.
All right. So with that, would you love to sing even the last song for us?
Yes. So it's called Meant to Be. I'ma care for ya. Am I wrong if I love you and giving you my time? I'ma care for ya. I don't care what they say, I don't care what they say. 'Cause I know that I can live without you loving me. But I know that it's a love that breaks a heart. I just want your love if that is what you're showing me. I want ya, I need ya. 'Cause it ain't nobody, ain't but me, who can love you like it's meant to be. Ain't nobody, it's just me, who can love you like it's meant to be. Like it's meant to be.
All right, that's quite interesting. Thank you so much, Ananya. Hope to meet you soon again with the new
And
songs of
thanks so much
yours.
for having an English artist. I really like appreciate this so much.